Thursday, 11th February 2016. To the truth, not easy, but still same. At this 9:10, Buenos Aires. But still everything is on in this disgusting land. There are a lot of things that I should say, and Perros Enfermos, Policía Federal Argentina versus Armadas Argentinas, and Trains, which are the same, with a pardon of few. Keeps some proceeding about making same all on that they knows first, and they do first, and they makes commerce about whatever and whoever I am. Element for reality today. We were about holidays here in Buenos Aires, which were optative for the word by public administration and what did, which were carnival, like fairs all around. You know, carnivals, not the pagan, used to became a cultural thing around people that only goes through about what cultural delivers. The carnival thing is an element like this country celebrates daily. Carnival of Sodom and Gomorrah and prostitutas evangelistas argentinas, with the pardon of you. You know, I have been through situations and I have been through things that I am not gonna speak openly at this moment. I don't have nothing to hide. I have simplicity, tiredness, and we are working with certain real element for truth. At the today, we to understand what do we go still around. But certainly, while I'm through extortions, we were working and rescuing people and researching. At the research on the reality for this, I have been through certain state of stress and tiredness and destruction permanently, never stopped. And with the very haste of the sickness of this land, which Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina versus Armadas Argentinas are, foundating them patriot and them glorious elemental, like the ones that says especially I come first and it's all about me and nothing this, and I am the one that speaks American English and Hebrew, with the huggas puggas of perros degenerados evangelistas argentinos, making market about my person permanently, robbing to my people and to me, as can reach, and delivering like a label, sobre, for an offering to a brothel pretender of charge of the Lord, with designating under background condition of do it or I kill them, and over a cycle degenerate manipulative thief, which, with the name of Ospec and Desmoir, Guillermo Laceprain, and it's supposed, this is my problem. Not hearing it. This is the example. He doesn't want. Enfermedad degenerada criminal desesperada, which always were and will die like. About the reality of the tenement of carnival, of sickness, of horrors, of Sodoma, which everyone is. And the few that used to being victims, I took the most. Others stood because of they wanted, were not so victimized. And at the clear fact of this, to put in orders at the elemental dad. Gleri vaspa anche loro mansechali givsusim. Batlekimo verasam. In the name of Jesus, I am gonna show that ain't nothing of God but me. Pretending to show authority, saying that everything happens the way they says. And nothing will be about God in my person, but in the whole of the world, to understand that only they can be. I'm going to tell you one thing. This is exactly what today is. These perros degenerados, prostitutas paganas de cuarta, which the brothel is exactly like the same they got inside or got long ago, what supposedly being armed forces and army of Argentina. And the whole of Kirchners with them associated, in the whole of the institutions. Squatters like the less humanity like they do, receiving 50s, 30s, 40s, 70s of the who sends to rape and murder, especially my people, still terrorists. And that label thing saying that I own them for the whole that I just every day on the whole of the ways I just signated in front of the Lord, and that is law because of will be my signating, and I should pay them for the money, now especially they knows I got it. And give some Megan Teller chat, perra pagana profanas, which is exactly what they are, pretending to call me the matician. And everything I do will be a matician, but they seeking for any prophetess anymore because of their promise to us. And it's exactly the circus, because of this circus, it's a carnival of Sodoma. Conscious and intentional, about to send into rape, murder, and destroying people to rob them all they got with forgeries, lies, and liars, and one coin for any sick son of a to say whatever they need. And tribunales, Kirchners, and presidents Kirchners, to supporting and stamp, we knew it all the time. You cannot come to talk to me about this one. We saw it, and everybody's talking about it all over the world. And I'm going to need medication all over the world. And even Gov US, Gov EU, Gov Europe, Gov Russia, Gov China, Gov Korea, Gov South Africa, Gov Japan, Gov Australia, New Zealand, Gov Polynesia, Gov, it's all okay for you. All of the world, and I need medication. And at the reality of this, Blanca Rama Pleheli Fogale Kiris Osama Blek Morabas Pasmat. So suddenly I have been with this situation about labels. I will never have to pay them because if I have moratoria, they said. And because of the law of Argentina will find that legally endorsed. That I will ever debt acquired with them. And sorry for acquired. Blanke Grafsby. Acquired. So suddenly, at the clear of the acquired, by law definition of fraud, and definition of destruction and manipulation and robbery by exercise of organized crime and exercise of abomination by the whole as element to manipulate and be as acknowledged for the making the stage of abomination for less humanity robbery with exercise of frightening to murder for acquired. We would say about this moment, how possibly? And I'm gonna be histrionic, we saw it and we told you, and also puts the finger inside of the nose. Oh my God, that is no baggers. It's scratching because of what they claim is his stuff. The delusional sickness of Carnival, Criolla, Sodoma Federal, Catedral Federal. And also will be perversion for putting fingers inside all holes. And also will be perversion for the plaisir sin fin, will mean the delicious pleasure for the whatever to be element for dearness with the finger where autisme, which is hold linkerbefasmin as anatomy, which will deliver into the condition for the plaisir symptomatic for sexual perversion and homosexuality. And actually, whenever you have some bother, normally as most delicately, if you have some dressing glass and homospecinim, with some solution of homplagiverhosacin, you hygienize yourself. Whenever it bothers as much, itches for the same condition of mucus, comes in a blurry visual semaplavim, you take the bother away. And if you have parasites, scratches, what itches. And if you have moniliasis, ditonidiasis, dixoniasis, chlamydiasis, betroniasis, you go to the scratch. And even what is phytosiniasis, excess of condition of metabolism, about what it is. The normal C-omazine with zinc, manganese, and copper, which produces a very state of dichlorovermacimacel over the whole of the capillaries and makes a very state of fleurvisamide, like if there would be allergies. So itches and is insufferable, and you have some smooth element for secretion, blephevechidisocin, that happens. And you put your finger because of, okay, gross. Buggers, itches, whenever trace at the dinre fismonsi mugus or mugosus, narinas. Alright. But they says, the Lord shows them like a witch, everyone are. So for victims. You know, I would be owning them the money that I said to the Lord in front of them that I would give them because of they want to all of the churches all over the world, the revivals. They want to be the stars of the heaven. And they says that I own them everything, and I stolen them 5,004,008 helicopters that they went to the world to robbing. To people that didn't do nothing but working and having the normal exercise. With them Sodoma y Gomorra, Cafisha, enfermedad degenerada, killing and attacking, destroying everybody all around if there's not them. Guillermo Horacio Prince and the brother with Osvaldo Carnivals and the rest of. And they were happy, overflowing, over Plenmacin. We have the helicopter, have you seen? We're gonna get it all! But any forgery and any degenerate with a coin to sing whatever to be, for they the cat, they would do. And the helicopters all just crashed. Shamefully, and were old, and had other purpose. About this Alibaba and the 144 million. Which are. So in the middle of this, in Klegi Monreve Fechaleki Visos Levishvatach Manchalegimidam, Spatle, and Sevam, and Klegi Monreve Sechalegim, I will come a little bit in Plagve Sechishvasenam, when Kalaki Monreve Fechalegi Visosem, Plegivasev, and Plegivas, and Teshmachi, and Kalhamat, and Sebel Plevesev, in Kalrevesevsmi, in Kalha. Shila. Really? Okay, so suddenly I will own them for about 904 million properties in the world. And I will own them for about 981 million of dollars because of the levels had my signature over extortions and a secret cinema making the staging of manipulation to robbing people. In the name of Jesus. Because of where? In the name of a Jesus. Because I'm not going to swear for the heaven, not for earth. Because I'm not going to get contaminated. And I'm going to let go of the word. And with my faith, I'm going to get salvation. God is going to be mercy because of the authority. And I'm sort of like grotesquely. This is already extreme. I'm going to tell you one thing. Blanco so went to liaison office straightening, and also to The Hague, and went to GovEL, and went to GovUS, and went to Europe and to United Nations, saying that they better do what these were commanding United Evangelics Degenerados with Kirchners and UNESOR. And in the middle of the reality, kept on kidnapping people and putting bombs all over and making that, we are going to be the heroes for the Christ. And the Christ is a demon just like them, except for Mashiach, Yeshua, which is the real one, that is with me and I with him. And I hope that he has him and his belonging in a very not deterred and classified subjection he owns me ever. In all I exist, in all I am. And Abi, the Father, El Chai, glorious, almighty, supreme God, Melech, King, owns me in all I exist and all I am, and he is the Spirit. So, like to every one of us, Judah, Israel, Sion, Mi Eshbach, Delta of Sion, which it is, exact. So in the middle of this reality, there were like Ejército Argentino through extortions, were profaning me with perros evangelistas, telling, we're going to take it all, we're going to take it out, and making the hacking like always we're doing to GovEL, to liaison office, and to GovUS. And with my spirit teller chap saying, this is the avionics, and this is the part of the blecher, this is the part of that, this is the part, and this is the part of the edges, and the part of the trousers, saying that with the power of the phallus they could too. Without, I'm gonna make it! Sort of the grotesque. And the reality of this, which still delivered the same, and kept on making the same all. So, I wear the whole neck here after extortions. Supposedly I had to come out and being the supper slut. Like satisfying the whole patriotic shaft up to inseminating. And I will be the divine Kaddish, they will be glorious. There will be kingdom of heaven there. I will never have to be pleased to give them my life. Really. Sorry for this. You know what? Gonna tell you one thing. This land is violent and sick all over, whatever to be seen. A lot of people which tries to survive it is permanently being attacked and destroyed and mutilated a lot. Others saying that because of they robbed to the state of Argentina and to evangelics and Kirchners and to the Patriot but not giving them what they said had giving, and others that had to be destroyed because of they didn't attach what they command of Ejército Argentino and Armed Forces and Kirchners, what about, and United Evangelics, saying that they only were for, they'd be and killed, sorry the word, raped. And they didn't attach whenever we were called and commanded for. While it's exactly what they will do if they go through. So goes to hitting and destroying families because of you had to obey and you had to do, and the perra degenerada mierda de tierra, sorry the word, never heals because of this exactly this, with the pardon of the ones that still tries to survive or do something even at the deflection, having the best ever intention, but even though nothing unreal. To understand that this is not the way and nothing for real, to get the point which is not exactly what is going to happen. Because of permanently where the same in every day is worse for what this land has birthed. And reason to keep and to word, and really to word, what this land's name delivers to. That the culture of a sodomaki degenerado to rape and murder and saying, I have the badge, I have the title, I have the uniform, I have the head, and I am the one that blech masi and what I say is done. No matter what, no matter whom, whatever I do, I'm gonna everybody, and it's exactly what I say. Enfermedad degenerada, which is exactly this land, will be applause and saying, of course. And in the middle of this, discovering everything which were done, and still happens, at the point of the sickness that this land still does to me, and to us all, since my five never stopping, which this will be the Kaleki Makarasiv trauma for the childish. We all were in problem with the fact. Government, we're not a government, it's just like here. Just like this, just like now. Every day. Sickness. And all through this reality, and the words about making the same. So in the way for this, as around the same, is exactly the class of circumstances which kept on making and kept on happening. So while and through and even though, while and still keeps on making and keeps on producing and keeps on giving the same class of things, is exactly what as reasons for the soul were happening all through what as problems still we just had. It's exact as I tell you. We saw and they knew, remaking, reinventing and remanipulating and reforging for they to be succeeding and saying we are going to do to it, even at the last one to remain. If he kills us all, one to remain for that it and know that we command. It's exactly Sodom and Gomorrah. So all through this soul, evangelistas degenerados kept on delivering with the same argument, saying that they will do and happening, but he took the money away, but he owns us because of, with the Lord. I wouldn't use that word, and that's exactly what he said. So suddenly, klekimon revefech ligivisos vatsimar, and blekimon revefech ligivisos vat ligismosim. And I will steal them, and I will do the pleasure of Hivisosam. And I wouldn't be allowed because of Lord whoever attached and recognized they were the authority. And nothing of them can be allowed because of he should respect them. Whatever they do, determine and choose to do. And the supposed government put it by God, telling that they will show authority. Instead, my person, that I wouldn't have power, that they will take all away. And they will transfer my existence, my person, into Sodom and Gomorrah, legión de degenerados, which pretends to, I done first, and I rape even of dogs and hamsters, and rapes of rats, and rapes of bugs, entomologically, Felix, and melancholy, Ben Kivan, and Menkolo Felix, for the making them power. So all through this reality and turn to keep on that I will need medication and have to be internated. And the General of Policía Federal Argentina making up any class of things if I will turn to say a word. And still making the same, and still this tierra degenerada and fecki vas a ser, infernal pudrición abominada, giving the same class of and every day is illest than any other, as around the world will ever be abominable, with not knowing as however whatever deserves. So suddenly at the reality, the source here is exactly hell. And they love it. And I'm gonna love them for more. So suddenly at the reality, victims, still fighting, but I don't need this. I can do different. But the thing is, evangelics sent for outrage in the United States of America, and 2,900,508 Jewish were attacked. The same in Europe. Nobody died. Wounded a lot. And executed the whole that caused this. To tell him that I will be the beast, and I will be still making the same. That wouldn't be no God except for this, the generadazos, and telling that they will ever have rights to possess the whole as money and properties and even the land of Israel. And turns to saying even he himself said so. That turns to sending 8 million the generadazos to Israel to the making the kidnap, rape and murder and robberies. telling, we shone today, after a complete night in the name of Jesus to work. Oh, he's the brazenest. Oh my God. That they will do all like them, and they will be me. And this perros prostitutos degenerados evangelistas argentinos will be the brazenest ever, perra dura, enferma, psicópata deflectiva. Regentes de Lucifer, porque no son otra cosa y así se mueren. The authorities to respect and to putting orders and showing who will be on the top and what will be the right order of law for that touch. Beckley come and rim on the Father, they don't know what they're doing. They say, he heals them, of course. And they will be punished and destroyed by the Lord. About them fevers of Sodom they are. Everyone but victims. At the I will cause the solemn day to do this way. So they will adjudicate para mi bestia esta vez. So the adjudicating to me what they desires and they produces and provokes abominable creedle of Sodoma y Babylonia, which evangelics Argentina are, with the pardon of you, is exactly what we every day suffer. And gives some profaning me and destroying my life and saying that they would help me with a couple of staged, manipulated for murder. And I am sick of this story and cyclic stupidity of the few that I said, get that, and not exactly that, out of here. I'm sorry, that idioms and the tiredness. And at the reality and referendum to hosting for more and using them for the making more the generations while background, because of you are not gonna have it. You're not gonna get it. And once everything turns around and against, goes for Sodoma to attack and hunt like Imo Revesim, hunt and destroy and rape and murder and taking whatever they says got to have. And this land of shit, and whoever conceits patriotic about raising a phallus and going for rape and murder, even mothers and grandmothers, and this is not a joke, and kids and pregnants and families and marriages, especially whenever there is my name, just saying for the patriot is a goddamn son of a goddamn hell that I am willing for to get and really killed and really in hell that I'm going to do it sooner. And plera vi format lekimo reves patli visostasi. Import lekima. En reba klech machalti visos bleibes matavaf. Galkimo reves masima. Smart shit. Reduced atrophia. Is what you want. And your perras. I am doing the video. He's telling me with mind control. I'm gonna prove what he is doing. I'm gonna show you that I do and he do what we do. Law of Argentina, we know it. We know the national security. We do and he do. They had 5 hours before I started and saying, we're going to start to make the video and we're going to do this. Every day is the same. En perras degeneradas, evangelistas, of course, we trusted and we shown. And with the very exercise of a witch, an altar, that I'm going to show them all right here today. And a perrada degenerada, raping and murdering and making exercising of profanation and destruction with perras paganas profanas. I am the authority in the name of Jesus to be. To making a circus of elemental freaks of Sodom and Gomorrah about my person, telling with a teller chop and a hacking and trying to taking material for the staging, whatever they need this to be done and this to be staged. At the point of the reality, what this delivers into the sickness this goddamn land provides. And every day the same. For the making what they says got to be done. Saying that they reproduces after we are gonna rehearsal and we are gonna study and we're gonna do it around and we're gonna show it on him. With Evangelista Perros de Cuarta telling that they have straight and they will prove. And while Protati Kama Revesim and telling to me whatever lies in office, GovEL, GovUS, and GovEurope states sends me, and murdering anyone that try to help me and reach me out, and even if I try. So in the middle of this all, never local things, and to make disasters like today, still around the world, seeking for Jews to murder, Guillermo Aracepreno, Osvaldo Carníbal, Omar Cabrera, Carlos Anacondia, Juan Crudo, Bernardo Estemateas, and playing, oh, come on, we are not doing that. We are the Lord, we have mercy. Oh my God, how dare us? It's used by the whole of them. But they are demons, and I'm not used by no demon. And you're gonna die. Prostitutas degeneradas de Sodoma. Criminales de cuarta, ladrones degenerados mentirosos, escenarios de Sodoma. Lucifer son legiones. With the pardon of the victims. So what the reality and referendum for this, and to putting orders and saying enough, is exactly what are doing and turns to staging and manipulating like CIDE with Guillermo Aracepreno and Osvaldo Carníbal and Policía Federal Argentina were permanently doing. For one side I will send them, for other side they will be my bodies and they will attack and damage the government. For other side they will destroy me, so they will be making the supposed protectionism, and for other side they will ever have rights to and kill around and taking whatever they just got to take. And whatever the document forged and stamp of son of a goddamn hell, Kirchner's, saying, endorsed because of fear of the government, we come in and hear the liars, think he's gonna command us. And keeping the same order of shit, this goddamn hell land provides everything. It's exactly the circus which every day we deal in. And saying that has rights for anything that they will prove. The cyber chapter, we already know the works. We took it out. And disassembling that kappa clica masasi piece of a suppository of Sodoma, that they made it up right here, telling that they will do that. For the terror chapter, I'm gonna get it. Sorry the grotesque, but it's a picture. Sick shit. Fever of hell. Burning all over. And destroying and murdering people for sports of Sodoma's trousers. And they ain't not difference. And keeps on making business about my life and delivering. They do what I do and they become into me. In the reality that it's my life and my identity. The whole settlement, she's telling me everything, even the body. Policía Federal Argentina, in a culture of a very reduced share in the liking to be, pretending to helping and staging and training and rehearsal for the showing like they will have the best ever argument to the putting of the day, like evangelics, the generados, to manipulate and making the day to go through and saying, I am released, I can keep on killing and taking everything, I'm gonna be. And it's exactly the picture. And you know what? I need this land in ashes for the will of everybody. And it's not like, and why you want to kill Argentina? Are you really fine? Because if we were fighting for the taking of power away, because if we know you will make a disaster. And we know that you need medication, why don't you want to do treatments? And make that you come whenever we call you to come into forensics, and also to board that you're gonna be intubated. It's your welfare and your responsibility at last. We're gonna kill you and cut you in pieces for everybody to be yelled. Because of you didn't have rights and you will make a disaster and we will ever making well use of your existence and your power. And Ejército Argentino owns me still. And they will ever take back the spirit that so long ever they had. With brains, profaning me and destroying me over, I will ever have only one place alive. The whole of the loudest ever reduced to generation like a piece of a made of a shed for any around who wants to jerk off and making the right path for the discharge. Or any degenerate of shit, so they're around, even dogs. That's my place. That's my place. And you will be me. Your ancestors told you how to defeat me, and this will be the way. Evangelistas, that's what you do. Since my fight. And I'm going to put you dead. Threatening with murdering and genociding everybody which you were doing. And I'm going to put you dead. Parrada degenerada, Ayamele ya. And Ayamele ya, and you're gonna go there. And Tarapta Japafora. Sos la pudrición abominada de toda la creación y te reuniste completa. Ahora es mi turno. Ben Kramapleki Bagrafam. En Bleki Morrefejale Visoserasli. Slumatima. Inclamatin. En Blogriver Vespachla Kimorrefam. In Bleki Morrefejale Visosiv. In Bleki Morrefejale Visosman. In Bleki Morrem. In Portleki Revesvasevav. En Bleki Morrevesvasevim. Benkinina, en Blekinachim, Sopeshva de los Vasif. By the way, los videos en privado puestos por mi propia persona y mi propia voluntad por causa de términos que no quiero repetir y no quiero en mi sitio por respeto a el verdadero y único, mi dueño Dios Todopoderoso, por el respeto al nombre que soy, en especialmente por la casa a la que pertenezco y amo. Y no va a ser distinto a quien vos pretendés matar y genocidiar, evangelista perra, degenerado de Sodoma, la casa de Israel y Judá. A la realidad de la gente con quien todo el tiempo estoy trabajando y luchando en contra de la mierda que generás y fundás. Evangelista perra, criminal degenerado, profano, pagano, degenerado. Y a la realidad de que no me va la mierda que pretendés que sea para vos jugar a gloria, perra infernal. Enfermando, reventando, corrompiendo, pudriendo, diciendo que tenés derecho y que serías autoridad. Profanos degenerados. Es exactamente la causa por la cual yo en voluntad lo pongo en privado. Y que esté en privado no significa que la verdad que está en esos videos vaya a ser de las perras enfermas a las que vos pretendés que sean yo. Diciendo que me van a vencer y que me van a parar y a controlar. Y que saquen, que adivinen dónde están los suyos para que los maten y los violen. Y le saquen todos y tener tu 50 y tu moneda. Perra infernal argentina evangelista. Y a la verdad de todo esto, los puedo poner en público de nuevo y te puedo republicar toda la enfermedad degenerada que asocias. Y la redemuestro y te mando al infierno. ¡Perro de cuarta! Son plequimos revefeja lequimos revefat lesivan. In so plequimos repasvi. Insosemab. Deliraste toda la eternidad, evangelista. Deliraste a la enfermedad de creerte de Dios y que Dios va a ser una escena de brujas. A la realidad de su voluntad y de su determinación, buscando la enfermedad y la pudrición que te hace el negocio, en vez del valor y la verdad de la justicia. Y te vas a morir podrido por todos los siglos. Y no yo, evangelista de mierda, delirá, hechicera, delirá que ya te viene. Galrama plefrima fajale besasim. And the people that fights for the truth, don't you waste the time. And don't you let go what is faith and reality. And don't you ever miss your course, your path, and the reason of truth and reality identify. Not Christ is Mashiach, is the name and is the real. And Christ is not endorsed because of his bluff. The real God is Kadosh, and Kadosh is the term for holy. Blanka reba facha la kimon rebesvat, la kimon rebesivish vatim, impopleki va rebefocher visos latin. Sekliki ma rebesesim. So, ejército argentino en gobierno de la República Argentina movió el espíritu en todo el mundo. And I will be needing medication. I will prevent you with mind control in the whole of the witchcraft shit you exist ever. La raza degenerada mierda, generación de perras de Sodoma y Gomorra. Ejército argentino, armada argentina de lo que te queda. Y toda perra engendro del infierno que te puede quedar por ahí, con todos los que hay, con toda la mierda evangélica. ¿Qué carajo te crees que haces si sos? Enfermedad de mierda. Galramap lehimi bach legiri sochlechabat. HTTPS www. TRMTMCB. Eitokha aram bavat bavat tirit pivika plikam agarafim. D55351 fat etab fat ektabim fat ektabim fat ektovac. 6463 8888 tankelakimak. 53. Mido. Hacemos el karaoke del Espíritu Santo y demostramos a todo el mundo que nosotros lo hacemos. Y lo mostramos a todo el mundo. La enfermedad argentina y su pudrición al nombre Kirchner y al nombre UNASUR, queridos de estrellas y de gobierno, queridos de señores del mundo. La pudrición evangelista, profanos y paganas hechiceras, brujas infernales, degenerada pudrición de Sodoma, por toda la eternidad en muerte perpetua será. Circo de prostitutas y de degenerados, República Argentina, patria de degenerados y abominados, con el perdón de víctimas. Guión del medio, PDRMTMC 4342, middle sys, middle ODRM 5. Point antithesis and recall F5, F9, F6, and the rest of black in the autos.